I could do one more. I'll do one more. Oh my gosh. This is madness. Am I white? Wait. Oh, these things can't move though. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I'm black. Wait, what? So I can't really do anything with these things. Until much later. What is this? Opponent has a decently high rating too. I'm basically up. I'm up 48 points, but the extra 48, it's all paralyzed. And I'm low on space. Wow. This is actually fascinating. This is really fascinating. Because I might just be in trouble. I feel like if we ask even the engine will say black's winning, but it's really not so simple. I mean, the plan is just trade. It's gonna be really hard though to force white. Like the only way to actually make use of this stuff is to force white to capture a piece. So I think what this has done, it's just made the board smaller. So the chessboard is now a rectangle. And at first I thought this was going to be a challenge because I lack space, but white also lacks space. Yeah, the chessboard is now just a rectangle. Or just a square that's been widened. Or squished. So let's create some tension. Yeah, like this whole part of the board is irrelevant. White can never take anything, because then it's just probably an auto loss. So I don't think it benefits me in any way. This is fascinating. And I don't think the engine would understand this. I think Stockfish would give like a huge number for black, even though it's probably close to equal. Question is, do I imbalance? Yeah, it's also like a crowded elevator. I think I do want to take here because e7 is a valuable square. Yeah, like this is a very crowded elevator. Now the question is, are knights are probably better than bishops because everything's more compact. Like you're not using the whole board, so the long range power of a bishop is less relevant. So I think that was a good trade. Play g6, try and trap the queen. Ooh, this bishop. This is not normal for the bishop to be staring at this pawn. Oh, that was a blunder by me too. Okay, white missed queen e2, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's play c6, so undermining this bishop. Ooh, I have to be careful of this move too. The rooks are, man, I didn't realize the power of the bishops. I think f6 was the only move. Idea king f7. If ever queen here, I can always block. If g5, I have ways to defend. Yeah, this is really fascinating. I'm curious how my opponent like discovered this or saw it somewhere. Like who thinks of this stuff? Okay, so I think I want to preserve my knight. I mean, b3 might be coming. b3 is very double-edged though, because it does attack the pinned pawn, but it also exposes the rook potentially. And there's always a tactic. Like there's these weird checks. Like queen b6 check is usually not a thing in in when the board is larger. I'm wondering if I can play this move now. So this is very multi-purpose. Obstructing this bishop and opening the diagonal. Now queen e7. And castling is still probably legal. Oh, white can't castle because the king's on e3. That's nice to realize. So maybe that's my that's one advantage I have. I wonder if my opponent enabled castling for me. Okay, let's see what happens here. So after king d2, I think the game plan is, oh, bishop. Okay, let's say I think the game plan is this. This pawn's kind of pinned to the rook. So it's a question, do I want to sack the rook from nice pawns? Not so clear. I could just take the bishop though. Win a piece. Okay, so I'm up a piece. I'm trying to... Oh, I'm realizing I can never promote. So white can never castle, but I can never promote. I'm discovering so many like new layers to this position. Like once I just get a pawn here, it's just dead. I can never... Ooh. So being up a piece is not going to be a decisive advantage. Whoa, it's Elshan with a giant raid. Thanks, Elshan. If you're just joining, this is actually really confusing. I've been kind of learning along the way in this position. Like I'm up a piece, but I don't know if it's winnable. I'm actually up 50 points in terms of material. I think king f7. King f7 over defends a pawn, so I'm trying to mobilize a knight. Like this is a nice potential square for the knight. Kind of outpost. And then maybe prepare, like once knight e7 is played, it will prepare f5 as well. Oh yeah, shout out to Alshan. Thanks, knight c8. Hope you had a good stream. Really appreciate it. Yeah, let's go for this. Yeah, it's just a matter of developing. I'm a bit cramped, but I do have squares for the pieces. I mean, I could very well play I want to say f3, but it's f5 at the right moment. So it's a question if I play f5 first, which could make some sense. So I'm calculating here and then f5, but then I leave the tension. I think I'll keep things tense. Lexiconius gifting a sub to Alshan. Thanks so much, Lexiconius. I appreciate that. Yeah, after this game, I'll do some analysis. Like Stockfish will be, I think, not at all useful, which is actually kind of fascinating. Yeah, so because we both have dark squared bishops, it's usually to both of our benefit to have pawns on light squares. So white's doing a better job of that on the king side. But I am threatening some discoveries, and that move kind of makes me happier. So I'll take with this pawn. Keep the pawn duo, maybe prepare this. Oh. Normally I would be, I don't advise like giving computer evaluation, but yeah, that was kind of expected. And yeah, this doesn't reflect the true nature of the position. You could even replace all of these with queens. I wonder if that would create like minus 120. Wait. I don't want to get too long on time. this move. And leave the knights defending the pawn. Yeah, like I want to take and do things, but oh, this is actually slightly annoying. Probably this move, and then it's a concept of over defending. I over defend c6 uh, to mobilize this knight. Ooh. Oh, but I can take and this knight's hanging. There we go. I think like being up 2 pieces is enough to win. And there's increment 2, so have enough time. If we, I'm just imagining like running the computer graph on this game. It'll just be like a flat line, like black's always winning. Okay. Let's develop the knight. So we traded off everything from here. Like if both rooks and wait, can I mate with 2 knights? Actually trying to imagine the scenario where I just have 2 knights. If probably not. Because yeah, the fact that the board gets a little bit smaller doesn't change much. Okay, so yeah, like these pawns, like I can never promote. Unless white goes after this pawn. White can play rook here, and then take and fork my rooks. That would be so nice. All I need is like one, it's like, what do you call it? The thing that stops hurricanes? Not hurricanes. Tidal waves. Levees? All you need is like one hole for the levee, for the water to just sink in. But okay, let's try and organize some mating net. I'll play knight d5. Like the king is already a bit confined. Imagining some eventual knight and bishop mates. It's close. I want to play this move, and then this doesn't quite work though. There is a potential mate with the rook coming to b4. Interesting. Wait a minute. That's tricky. Okay, I want to preserve my bishop. The structure is kind of annoying though. Okay, white has more things to be annoyed about. Like white's almost in Zugzwang because this rook's tied down to the pawn. This pawn can't move. The king can barely move. I guess the king could move here. Yeah, the goal is to put white in Zugzwang. How? I gotta move. I'm controlling all these squares. I mean, white can play this move. I can just start eating the pawns. And rook g3 shouldn't change much. Let's go for this, and then yeah, it's mate in 1. Okay, that was really interesting. Like that's very like kind of mind-boggling. And yeah, white. So I guess I'm still trying to comprehend this. But white probably has advantage. Initially, I thought it was just going to be kind of equal on a smaller board. But white can promote and black can't promote. But Stockfish. Stockfish. What a dumb machine. Yeah, if we does it have computer analysis? It's just gonna be a flat line like black's always winning. But I wonder like if we play the game where white eventually wins, like at what point would it switch its mind? Yeah, like the Stockfish will give no insight to this position. It'll just say every move's winning pretty much. Which is hilarious. There's a moment here, I was thinking about taking, but after takes, I actually wasn't sure in a position like this. Like, let's imagine the final rooks get traded. Like here, here, here. I'm not sure if this is winnable. Oh, though it probably is winnable with presence of pawns, because I can use the knights to drive the king to the side and then mate. Yeah, this would be oh, but the thing is queening. Oh, this is yeah. Never mind. I would have to. Assuming I catch this pawn, then it should be winnable. But this is. This might even be winning for white at this point. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna put that on YouTube. It's like a mind-boggling position that Stockfish has no clue about. So, people on YouTube, hope you enjoyed that. If you have insights, let me know. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the future.